Hi guys, my name's Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. So today is another horror around the world, and this time, Thailand. So as I said before, I think that Asian horror movies have to be my favorite, and Thailand is no exception. So I've talked about Japan and South Korea, but Thailand really makes its mark, and it is so surprising, so original, so scary, and just amazing stories are coming out of this country. I guarantee you that you've probably seen a remake that you weren't aware that it was actually originally a Thai film. So let's jump straight into it. You guys might know the 2008 version Shutter. Well, that's originally a Thai film of the same name, but it's from 2004. So this film is for those of you who love modern horrors, and I was really surprised by the original. I think it beats the remake any day. The culture in it really draws back, and it just shows you a whole different side. If you like paranormal things, if you like The Grudge, like the kind of Grudge ghosts, this is for you. Hopefully, if you haven't seen the remake, watch this one first. So this film is about a photographer and his girlfriend, and they start discovering smudges in their photos. You know where I'm going. So upon further investigation, they discover that there's a little bit more to the story. I'll definitely say that this one is more disturbing than the remake, and it isn't afraid to be. It isn't afraid to show you things that might make you uncomfortable. The second film I want to talk about is called Alone, and this one is completely original. It's actually about two conjoined twins, and it's more like an unraveling mystery, but it really hooks your attention and keeps you there and keeps you guessing what's going on next. It may be a little bit predictable, but it hasn't been touched on before, and it has no extra bells and whistles. It's a very simple story, but it's told in such a way that just really engages you. This film is about a woman who was once a conjoined twin. Her twin died during separation surgery, and her mother has grown sick. So she goes back to her old house to look after her mum, and while she's there, she begins to be haunted by her twin. Very creepy, as I said before, and just super original. If you're down for a super original, simple story, this is a good Sunday night flick. The next film I'm going to talk about is actually Thailand's most popular horror movie. It's called Papa Ratri, and it's also known as Ratri Flower of the Night. This one is very close to becoming my highlighted film, and I still think that you should watch this no matter what. It is the start of a franchise. I have not seen any of the other films. This one is the first one, and it has such a big following that I had to at least see this one, and it's rated the highest. And this one is a comedy horror. It's up to interpretation, but with Asian culture and Asian humor, it is a little bit different than your normal standard American, UK, British or Australian humor. They do things a little bit differently, but I really enjoy that, and I thought it was hilarious, charming, scary as hell, and it really pays tribute to the horror genre. It actually has a little bit about The Exorcist in it. This film has lots of different themes and aspects. It starts one place, it ends one other place. It's kind of like a journey film, if you've heard me talk about that before. The gist of it is a woman is tricked into having sex with a guy, and then she in turn becomes a ghost. But the movie has this really weird vibe where you don't know what's gonna happen, and the end is just perfect. There's so many little laughs in there, but there's also really scary bits, and it's completely satisfying. Okay, so another original that has been remade. Have you seen 13 Sins? Did you know that it was originally a Thai film? Well, it was. And the original name is 13 Game of Death. So this one pretty much follows the exact same storyline that you'll see in the remake, but it is a little bit more disturbing because it's a little bit more gritty and relatable. So this movie is about a man who has just lost everything, and he's given a chance to win 100 million baht. All he has to do is complete the series of challenges in order, starting from something as small as squatting a fly, ending up to disturbing. You know what I'm getting at. It's a great movie, a great idea, super original, super cool. Once again, if you want to watch an original movie with an original idea, this is the one for you. Okay, now for my highlighted film of Thailand. I'm so excited to talk about this film. I watched this actually months and months ago, just out of a whim, and it was the best decision I ever made. It's called Phobia. It's 4 different stories into one movie, each one really creepy in its own original way. The thing I really love about this movie is it looks at all different walks of life. So when you think of Thailand, or if you've been to Thailand, it doesn't just show people living in mansions, it also shows people living on the streets and different things that would happen to them, which is really cool because if you want to watch a film in a different country, you want to see how people live, and not everyone lives a certain way. And I really like seeing a different culture, and it makes it more realistic and scary when you know that it's not all, glamorized Hollywood. There's 2 stories I really in particularly liked in this movie. One being the first one where a girl who's living in an apartment gets a text from some stranger and then just keeps texting him back because she's lonely and he's lonely, and then, ghost stuff happens. The other one I really liked was a bunch of friends and they're out camping and then a bunch of ghost stuff happens. If you like ghosts, watch this film. If you don't like ghosts, watch this film. Seriously, if you're gonna watch one film out of all of these, this one is it. I don't think I could have liked it anymore. If you guys want to even just watch this film and just watch the first story, if you can't be bothered with the rest, that's okay. I promise you the first one will suck you in though. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really love doing this series and I loved watching some Thai films. If you've seen a Thai film that I haven't mentioned, please let me know down below in the comments. Give me a like if you can and make sure you're subscribed. And I'll see you guys later. Stay spooky. Bye. So today is the day that we talk about Goodnight Mummy, the most anticipated, highly talked about, controversial film, I want to say definitely of this month.